Coming to you live on 11/6/2021. Today we'll be playing some Everquest. I'll be your host this evening as Silv Talent, and our co-patriots for the raid will be the Filthy Casuals. We'll be doing another speed run into time, just having some fun, getting some loots for characters that still need some time gear. We're pretty much preparing for OOW, that means time gear, Text V, Text Who. Those are the zones we'll be hitting the most of for loots to get our people up and ready for time. We're going to be leveling and raiding as soon as OOW hits. So we plan on actually getting stuff started right away. There's no week for leveling up. It's just jumping into the raids immediately. So that's going to be the qualifier trials and some of the other things that we need to do so we can get ready for anguish. With that being said, sit back, relax, enjoy, grab your snacks, your drinks, and all that, and have fun, and sit down and enjoy what's going to happen here. I'll go ahead and turn on the sound for the group so you can hear what's going on.
Alright, so our group assignments per trial are out. Unless you're missing buffs, go ahead and head over to your starting area. We've got a lot on our plate tonight, so we're hoping to just kind of
I'm in
right
group
through all of that
12.
so we can get to some of our
Aaron
GoD
Warner.
stuff as well.
Get a big steak.
No, he did.
We better stake them.
These jokes are always better when you haven't heard them before.
True, or you can always rack them.
Who did this? Lava.
We move into different channels.
Yeah, we are.
Which channel is number 12 going in?
10, 11, 12, let's go into worst case Ontario.
That's funny. Worst case Ontario. You rebuff the relics and the haste. Then we'll throw out Virtue for the pet, or anyone else that needs it. And Vigor, sorry, not Virtue. I'm not a cleric. If I was a Beastlord cleric, that'd be awesome.
Alright, so we should all be over here at air. When it goes active, we can all zone in. This is 2, 3 waves of 4 ads. There's a chance some might be missable. If they are, great, but otherwise I think just group them and we'll rain them down. With our 0 casters.
I mean, I do have a poison rain if you want it.
Alright, go ahead, zone in.
Cartez is still AFK, FYI.
Okay.
He might have fell asleep. I don't know.
We've got Tokus, Skag, and Senadara here. We'll be fine.
You also got me if you need me to off tank. All right, I got Vexed and Sholaz on my feral list for right now.
Sweet.
Let me know if any of you need any beast buffs.
If we don't get a main assist sign, just assist Tokus.
This is Sylv. I have one of the phoenixes.
Looks like one can be mezzed so far.
I believe the one in Santa can be. I've stopped attack.
I might keep an aggro on this one. What the hell? I didn't even attack it.
Keep following Tokus. Alright, we have an MA now, so we're good.
These things tickle.
Inside to your missile, outside to UV off tank.
I don't think those will go active for us yet. I think we get 4 more spawns right around us, and that's the 3rd wave.
There we go. Just down a little bit.
Or I'm wrong. That's fine. The named might have a DS on him.
Where are you at?
It's gone.
Oh, there he is. Stick invisible in the middle.
Yeah.
It's on space.
Trying to get it.
After this one dies, we'll switch to the named. If you're off tanking one, just keep off tanking it.
Yep, I'm off taking one for you.
Being a shorty, I have to like look way up and see it.
Well then, why don't you just take a grappling hook, throw it up on the bird, and mount it?
Like that one game.
The Shadow Colossus.
Yeah. Or Monster Hunter.
I was thinking more of like Zelda.
That would have been really cool if they had a mechanic like that in this game later on.
It's a new feature in Landmark.
Triggered.
Yeah, I felt so bad. My boss, when that was going on, he bought the the pre-order thing, whatever.
I
never
got
happened.
everything.
Yeah, and then it fizzled out. I feel so bad.
Sorry, space.
They had 3 different EQ successors that they were working on, but never went through the production phase fully.
All right, last one.
I'm so slow.
I took aggro from Tokus. Sorry.
Okay.
After this dies, we'll TL out, gate out, whatever, and meet up for our second trial, which is going to be Earth.
Unlike what Cartez thinks, I don't taunt off people. I just naturally get it back. Yo, Slad, would you TL my bard, please?
Already on it. Get self first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't bind the bard.
Fucking gate collapsed. It's bullshit.
It just meant you were never to leave.
I've had it happen twice in a row before. That was.
Try having a gate collapse as your successor.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah?
Yes.
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear you.
just want to make sure.
The fun one is your successor, and you're like the only one still there, and everybody else is gone.
What's next?
Earth.
Fire?
Earth.
Earth is next.
Okay, all right. Even worse.
So Tokus, you don't have the remote control to Cartez's shot collar?
Oh. Well, he planned on being on since he logged in.
Yeah? He
That's
accepted
funny.
the raid invite?
Now, what would you think if we played some Doom music while we're in the middle of a boss fight?
Like Doom, like 2016, like Rip and Tear,
Yeah.
BFG Factory, whatever that was. It BFG Factory.
Whatever it
what
was
it's
called, the Rip and Tear one, the good one.
There's another one too, though. It's called, I think it's BFG Factory or something like that. It's fucking awesome.
So a quick reminder about the Earth trial. We'll get 4 white cons that are active. When we kill each white con, it spawns 1 to 3 blue cons that can be mez. Once we've killed, I think, 8 mobs total, the name goes active. So we'll kill one white con at a time, and its adds. Whenever the name goes active, we will stop and kill him first.
Okay. Slow IRL. That's funny. Some of the names do kind of are a bit of a chuckle. Run, ya scaly lizard. Shake that tail.
First 3 loots about to start.
All right, let's see what they are. Oh, they're not on there. I gotta look at the other one. Open DKP.
Looks like we've got quorum, so we can go ahead and zone in.
Okay, 2 smooth turquoise, onyx turquoise, and a ring of force. Not bad for the
white cons
first
should
phase.
be mezzable, so let's soft tank them until we get them. Oh, wait, no, maybe they're not mezzable. Maybe we have to keep tanking them.
Yeah, I think the white ones you have to tank. It's the little ones I think you can miss.
Yes. Okay. All right. Cool.
Though at our gear level, I wonder if we could just rain on those. If we have enough tanks.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
Considering you're the only one with a rain, really.
Good point.
We gotta kill 6 of the little ones to get the boss to go active.
So again, we'll take 1 white con down, then kill off all its ads, rinse and repeat.
You want me to keep this one I have close to Tokus's?
No, because I mean it doesn't matter, but we'll try to clump up the blue ones if we have the off tanks for them, and maybe try to rain the blues down.
Roger that. I pulled it away.
So if you get a blue one, pull it back to the center here, and we can do some rains on them.
The smooth onyx torques are open to applicants. Vex, yours is off the undead one.
All right, so we got 3 on this one. All right, you can rain the blues if you want.
There we go.
The smooth onyx torques are open to alts.
Okay, let's see here. That over there. There we go.
We will go after Sylve Talon's white con next.
Probably have this below 50% by the time they get that done. Yep. Sure enough. I love off tanking if it's possible. This stuff's kind of easy.
Just 2 this time.
Can actually turn it up a bit. There we go. It's always adjustment. No music here, it seems. All right.
Oh, nice, 4.
Well, the good news is we can keep the rest messed.
Yeah, Mez the ads don't off tank them. Kill them one by one. That way we're ready for the boss when he spawns.
I think the blues hit a little harder than the whites.
Should be after this one, right?
Yeah, he should be, so get the tank right in front of it.
Here he comes.
What if you prefer to go soft on it? Use her minor insults at like PG. Insults at the boss. Big meanie.
Firefly.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the phase 1 bosses hitting me. I can take the hit. Mostly laugh it off. There we go. Just save out my mana right now. Alright, let's see what we got. We got an earring here. Nice.
So yeah, go ahead and tank it.
AFK tanking. I love it.
Yeah, I broke the mez and then
You might as well just break the other dragon, drag them together. Any AE damage we have is fine.
An ooze with swords. That's pretty cool. I still want to go back to playing a Sky and get a bat order.
Feel free.
They're so annoying.
Alright, nice job all. A reminder, when phase 2 goes active, we're going to go invis to the back wall, all the way west.
Another earring. Wow, double onyxes and double earrings tonight. Looks like a double night.
anyone need skin or protection seasons while we wait? I am the only druid tonight, it seems.
If anybody needs spiritual dominion, send me a message.
Alright, invis up and run through. Although I question why we need invis. None of these mobs are active yet.
It's just in case they come active early, the kind of a thing.
Ah, gotcha.
What was that, Jenna? I think
Earrings
Jenna
are
said.
bidding.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we finish early, I think it might trigger early. I don't know.
Glad the bosses are inactive at the moment.
Probably with our gear though, we could probably take both at once, I would think.
Go for it.
Done it before on accident, back in the day when we didn't have the gear. Like when we got the Supreme and the, was it the other one on accident one time? Figured it out.
And make sure you move back west again after those guys. Although we'll have to wait until the next one goes active. incoming.
1 earring to applicants. Ice cream cake. Homemade.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
Yeah.
But if you're also playing the game Portal while you're eating cake, isn't cake a lie? I can barely hear you, Janine.
That's not Janine.
That was Janine said, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Is that better now?
Oh yeah, much
Yeah,
better.
much clearer.
Sometimes
Bring in
my
all
mic
3.
doesn't plug in very well.
Yeah, try stack them up if you guys can.
Alright, I got one Rock Fiend.
Bring it on over, Skaggy.
Raining on these fools.
Send it, bring it over.
Wasn't me, it was Skag.
We're all in a cuddle puddle over here. Join the puddle.
Cuddle puddle, I like that.
Unless you're raining, don't rain on yourself.
Rain.
Want to heal that.
Well, it's just part of the song. Rain on me.
Or if
That
you're
was
the
going
strip
through my
club.
head too.
Don't rain on my parade.
Or rain, go away.
At worst, it could be raining cats and dogs. Or Valshare and trolls.
Probably getting a boss on this pull. Probably boss +2.
We
Boss
ran.
+3, but they should be messing.
Trying to slow.
He's slow.
Got 2 on me here. Yeah, I'm using my slow to keep their aggro if they're unmezzed. One's unmezzed on me. Alright, let's see what dropped on the first ones. We got the Hoop of Enlightenment. And we got Gauntlets of Disruption. By the way, what is the dodge cap for characters? 36, something like that.
Not sure.
Because on one piece of jewelry it says max 36.
Next pull will get named plus adds the shields as well. Looks like 3 ads.
Skag's just like, fuck your ass.
Rain,
They're all being tanked, then these things fine.
There's some noise.
okay, I think that's the
But don't worry about it.
yeah.
Named dies with the grateful messes. I'll pull the last ad and we can rain.
Then we got 2 gauntlets and 2. This is a double night. Holy cow. Wow, they're doubling down on gear tonight.
Wow.
When these die, we can pop back up to the main channel. A reminder, if you're not bidding on run through P3, the Invis. Alright, pop back up to the main Discord channel.
Once everything's dead, if you're not picking up loot, you can invis and jump down towards the back. I'm gonna redo groups for just a minute here, so.
Excuse me. All right, we're done with phase 2. I'm going to go on to phase 3 here in a moment. Get my mount of my amazing mount. Gods are talking about how we're kicking their butts and don't like it.
Starting a bidding.
Remember Invis if you are not bidding on loot.
Tell me you need this.
I did it! And it stuck the landing. I did it, finally.
Congrats.
It was your last chance too, probably.
That's a screenshot. It's the small goals, you know?
Even a small victory is a victory.
Small victory in a small world. In a small place of time.
Wow, we don't have a lot of clerics tonight.
You guys want me to keep my cleric? I was gonna get rid of it.
No, it's up to you. I think we're still going to be fine one way or the other.
I can drag True in if you want.
I just want it to be known I'm a horrible cleric.
I wouldn't worry about it then. I mean,
I would like to go ahead and confirm his,
So he uses
Keymaster
buff
Spirit
skills.
Box and Keeper.
So he uses buff skills and no healing skills.
I think that we're going to have enough heals in general with all the, hybrids here and shamans and stuff. We should be okay.
And if you guys want, I'll keep her. I don't care. I've just never rated her with ever.
I wouldn't worry about it. I was just kind of thinking out loud.
The glowing chains are open to apps.
Who wants main assist tonight? So I can take those two off and set one.
Keymaster will do it.
Okay, 1 second.
We're going to start pulls in a moment here.
Not even one necro. I think that's crazy.
They saw the Beastlords and were like, alright, bye.
We good to start pulls then?
Yes.
The glowing chain is open to alts.
All right, Win.
Do we need a necro? I don't mind switching.
No, it's just really surprising. Like I think either way we're going to be fine with whatever we do.
All right.
It just cracks me up that we have so few certain classes tonight.
Did we remove the other MAs?
Second. You got 3 MA targets right now.
As we know, they're all kept occupied.
I'm like, where's my sticks?
Who'd that before, Brennan?
That'll be for True. As soon as I
49 players going in. Doesn't look like a speed run tonight, just a casual run.
There's that Ralpho Sandrock. Which one was he from?
Pants.
All right.
No, no
we
pants.
got
I was told to
glowing
play
chains and elemental leather pants pattern.
Tony, it's leather.
Stop it.
Heard this once already today.
The leather pants are fitting.
I have to ask, do those come with extra straps and buckles?
They're just gonna spend all their time on the floor anyway. Does it come with
Make
a
sure
free
to
bottle
move
of talcum
back
powder?
west after we kill each wave.
What's up, all?
Howdy.
Not much. Not much. How's it going?
Can't complain. What phase are we in?
We're in 3.
Phase 1.
We're in a cow joke phase tonight.
True story.
We've moved on from there.
phase.
We moved on from that.
Bear crap to cow crap.
I thought we were doing mice jokes now.
Patties!
Hey, Balbo.
Hey.
No feast for a king tonight, but homemade ice cream cake.
Same difference. Quite kingly.
Is talking so low. Whoever was just talking a moment ago, you're really low.
Probably Goers. Tends to be low. You need to turn him up.
Or he has his mic set on the wrong setting.
Gover sounds fine to me. I just haven't turned up.
Yeah.
One day it's gonna kick in, and everyone's ears are gonna blow out.
There are no leather apps, so alts. And the necklace would be fitting. Mains.
It's a pretty decent necklace still.
It's what I'm actually wearing.
Yeah.
Can someone grab I don't know how to pronounce his name yet. Haduri's?
Win will grab.
Okay, cool. He's over by the drop.
We landed on Hatterez.
Yeah, Hatteras.
We do still have people coming to the raid that are bringing in ads.
He hasn't had a res yet. He's still dead.
They're pulling. These are pulls, man.
And Hatterez, that orb I gave you is for alternate access to the planet time.
As of when I jumped down about 10 seconds ago, it was free to invis versus undead.
This
But
should be
that
the
might not be
last
true now.
mob. We're about to get a new phase.
Tosh, who are the pants for? Tosh and Bosch.
Reset back to the portal, please. Hatterez is in camp.
Back to normal invis mobs yet?
This one is mixed. But you can
then sneak the long way around if you stay over the water.
The necklace is open to applicants. The chain pants are open to mains.
Wave 4 name next.
Sound like elephants. Cthulhu looking squid thing sounds like a dang elephant. Then you got the wet squishy noises from the cubes. Yeah.
Chain pants for alts.
Nice.
Skag, what's your pleasure?
It's personal.
I was about to say, did I get in the wrong channel or something?
Disgusting.
Wow.
Fork.
I remember Mumble, you could like talk to someone. Was it Ventrilo or Mumble where you can talk to someone individually, even if you're in a channel? Can you do that? Just
Ventrilo.
Ventrilo, okay.
Or was it TeamSpeak?
Probably one of those. Yeah, one of those.
I think it was Ventrilo.
Ventrilo.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. You could do that.
Wave 4 down.
All right, the next wave inbound.
Tokes' cookies will arrive by 9 p.m. on Tuesday, November 9th, just in time for the expansion to be nummed on while he plays long hours. And because of such, and the fact that I'm sure that we'll need tanks as we move through the content and push to 70, I opted not to poison him.
Oh, nice. Otherwise,
Nice.
he'd have been screwed, right?
Joke's on you. I'm gonna feed him to the in-laws first.
So I would request, Tokus, that your cookies came with 2 notes, and I would appreciate it if you would take a picture and upload it for everyone.
I'll make sure to read the notes without my wife present.
Oh.
Ew.
Sorry if that was too much. I thought that was
Aren't you gonna share the cookies? With
Actually, one of the notes is for your wife.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
She should
Just
read that
says-
one when you're not present.
Just says I'm sorry.
The necklace is straight to alts because the app took the one that went for apps.
So I kind of imagine the note to his wife probably talks about the antidote if she chooses to use it or not.
This is where you find out.
It's like a hidden compartment in the box.
It's like Squid Game with cookies.
Could just be a 2-part poison, so she can use the other half later.
I gotta lick the cookies clean with the edges, or else I die or something.
I want you to know too, is that I took a mini AFK during my Eldon to make your cookies, and I was planning on shipping them out today, and then I was like, let me just double check when the post office is open, and they were only open till 1 instead of 2, and I made it to the post office at 12:58.
Nice.
I literally sprinted down the road, like jumped in the post office, and was like, I'm sorry to be like that jerk that's there at the very end of your, and before I could finish my sentence, he's like, it's fine, what's the address? And like, it was the my fastest trip to the post office ever, and I think I'm gonna keep doing that because during the day, they don't give a fuck how long they take, but at the end of their shift, they're ready to go, and it was less than 1 minute before I was out of there.
Nice.
123 Fake Street.
Ow.
Lives with fake news?
All right, I'll start the bidding on Lyria's address at 1 chrono.
Are you gonna send me cookies? You're paying other people to give them my address so they can send me cookies? That's so sweet. Who?
Nobody.
She was talking about ants.
Oh man, don't even get started on the house.
No, don't
Oh, yeah.
jinx me.
Don't tempt fate with that house.
Watch, there's a massive beehive in the walls.
My house now gets saged like every 3 days, just in case, just to keep the energy good.
I have sage growing in my backyard. Does that count?
Yes.
Oh.
House with sage.
Yes.
That's what Gobers calls his plants in his backyard. Sage. When the FBI comes around. Knock knock.
Yeah, it's purple sage. What?
They're
Go away.
They're already
I have a niece who's about 8-year-old, and her name is Sage, so this conversation is a little weird for me.
I mean, we're not the ones that named a kid after a plant.
I mean, Gobers wants to set her on fire.
Also, have you watched Game of Thrones? We need to sacrifice her for the Lord of Light to prevail.
Oh, that was a horrible episode.
That was the worst episode in that.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, that was when it turned, really, for me. I was like, wow, okay.
Yep.
I mean, well, they did it to the little boys, too. You know, like, you know. That show was just horrible all around.
Hey, Tyrion the Rogue. Yeah, we're doing time. We're doing this to help gear up the people that don't have better gear slots.
we're not there yet, but we get
Better than
tank water
time
ready
right now.
for our
So this
team
way we
lead.
get everybody at least full-time equivalent
Pork, you
and
won the elemental chain
GoD.
pants, and they were assigned.
So that way when we go into OOW, we are very well geared. So we're going to hit the ground running to do the trials on the first week.
And then Hadaris won
And
first
we'll be
Celestial, right?
doing our signets and leveling up at the same time as well.
That's hardy.
So we're doing everything as quickly as we can. So leveling is priority, then followed by the trials, and then the signets, and then our epics. That's how we're handling the setup. So right now we're pretty much gearing people out as much as we can, and their alts. So that way we have enough live people to go in and do the trials right away on the first week.
Someone remind me which one is not slowable?
I think we went for Supernatural first.
Supernatural has to go down first.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a terrible TV show.
Yeah, that one's not slowable.
You shush your mouth.
This is the last of Wave 7.
Illyria, Walker's getting a little better, but it's not much better. I want to like it, you know, but it's, I don't know.
Is this right at the end of everything?
You're talking about Texas Walker? The guy who catches bullets with his beards?
No.
And
Oh,
the
there's a
one
new
that
one?
when he goes swimming, the sharks just want to be around him?
No, that's not Walker. That's the actor that played.
Is there another
He
wave?
does those things.
This is the last wave.
Alright, then I'm just going to wait on those two things and we'll do it all with two
And you
epics.
also not in would not be able to get in.
Oh, do you want me to bid them out then?
Oops. Been forgetting to...
I'll bid them out.
Frosty.
Right, so we'll bid them out quick. So the necklace is already open to alt. The sleeves are brand new, so they're open to everyone. All mains.
I mean, we have 54 in raids, so we have plenty of room to add in alts that they can just win. Or is it on the same account?
In case it is, so I'm just bidding those two out quick.
Okay, we got a bovine werewolf. What the heck? That's one of the most twisted things I've seen. I still get a laugh out of that. That's one heck of a mad cow disease, if I would recall it.
Skag, who gets the necklace? Pork.
Yeah, the 1 through 3, I'm not even showing the loot because
Hold the
it's not
last
what
bomb.
we're after. We're after the phase 4 and 5 loots.
There'll be one left.
Okay, good.
Most of the loot going through 1 through 3 is going to alts and new players joining us.
Okay, loots are caught up. We're ready for the...
Is everybody who needs to loot in zone?
Looks like both were looted.
Alright. Alright, go ahead, bring us our last mob then. After this dies, we're going to get our two named. We're going after Supernatural first. Make sure you're standing when this dies.
Well, the phase 1 through 3 loots are not that important to most of us. It's only for mainly alts, which is the gear.
Okay, kill Supernatural.
That's why I'm not casting any spells on this. I know I'll probably go past Tokus if I put my dot on this thing. Because I was like right up there on the front line at the beginning of this fight. Don't want to risk it. This one I can actually put my spells on.
Could I please get the enchanter spam when able?
I'm just lucky I'm pretty well geared out for OOW now. The only thing that I still have to replace is my belt and one earring. That's it. Belt and earring. And that catches me up to time/God gear. The belt that I'm wearing is from VT, and the earring that I want to replace is from LDON.
Do a mana drain dot on you, so if you don't have a bard in your group, you might want to put some junk buffs in your first slot if you've got somebody who can annul magic you.
Reminder not to click up yet.
Fuck.
Alright, now loot here is actually good. Ooh, this earring
You did? You did?
Yeah, I did.
I can
Well, you
probably
should
go
be able
for.
to still loot as long as you were close enough to the corpse, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just meant for if it went to alts, but
Do I want to go
Yeah,
for that
once
earring?
somebody zones up, alts can't come in here. They go to the next spot.
I thought it was as soon as the next phase opened, whether
As soon
somebody
as it's
clicked up or
open.
not.
It
But
is
yeah,
very minor.
once the bosses die, they can't get it.
I'm not going to even bother with it.
Alright, well come on up then if you don't want to bid. Well, shouldn't matter either way again. Unless you were dead.
Did you mean to bid what you bid?
I'll wait for a GoD earring. Or
on the north wall.
One of the earrings off Qualm,
Our
probably.
terrace fight. And I'll need a tank order with a ramp tank.
This is my cue to go to bed, folks. So have a good rest of the raid.
Night, Senna.
Good night. You too.
Night, Mom.
Night, Senna. Night, everybody.
Good night.
Could I please get shaman buff spam as well?
Yep.
So we will use, I guess we'll use
Thank
Stu
you.
as a ramp tank for this one, and a Shadow Knight be prepped to do ramp tank for on our Siren fight.
Who's ramp here?
Might as well use Stu, so that way his ramp is back up for Zek Boys.
Yeah, we got a really loaded Paragon list today. Pretty much have one Beastlord per boss from phase 4 and up.
Remember, if you're a shorty, you gotta get big.
Just give 1 second, Stu. We just want to wait for loot to finish.
Okay, off the boss there. We're looking at 19 for the earring and 11 for the mask. Not bad.
I mean, heroic decks.
Yeah, it's a nice earring.
Yeah, it's a nice earring, but we can get slightly better in Text Fu
Got
and
the 2 heroic dex
another.
items from those 2 guys. Nice.
Alright, so our tank order is Tokus backed up by Trico, ramp is Stu is our ramp tank. Again, we'll get a couple waves of ads, we'll kill the first 2 waves, the final wave of ads will just off tank. And yeah. So Stu, why don't you go ahead and count us down?
There we go. So how's your characters coming along, Tyrion?
Alright, Stu's running in.
Oh, I finally got my
your
leather
mic
working up
just
to
open. No one can hear you if you're trying to talk.
115. I was lucky enough that someone had some extra high quality pelts in the guild that they gave me.
assist has been called. First wave of ads at 90%.
Oh, congratulations.
Upwards group A.
Ads are up. Switch to them.
Cobra, you're not in the tank order.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Yeah, my Zerker
You can
and
switch
my
to the
Druid is at
offense
61 right now,
try to kill
almost
the other two.
62.
To make a hockey, you're gonna do it and do a 10-second countdown.
Well, Mac and I have been doing a lot of LDONs, pretty much trying to earn points to buy gear.
I was stuffing my face so Gobers died.
Back on terrace.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean my food.
Oh, did I miss the ads up? My bad.
Next ads, I think, are at 50.
So now I have my tailoring up to
Switch to the
115, so I'm able to do the no-fail combine for the helmet for 1.5. And I found out that Plane of Z's has the grass on the ground for the Beastlord 1.5 quest. So I'm going to be getting a group together for tomorrow to try to go do that. So I can get the next piece. That'll be like 2 or 1, 2, grass. In essence, that's 3 of 4 items needed to be done right before the OOW. So I don't have to be bottlenecked in the first steps of the quest line.
The orb of clinging that does not exist anymore in game.
Nope.
It is officially deleted from the game files.
I'm at like 20 plus at this.
There's just like an if Lyria present check.
Yeah, I just pinged Vile because I thought he was here, and I was like, "What phase are we in? I need to get home in time for the orb not to drop."
I've seen it drop once.
It's so weird because like we had 3 drop. Like, yeah, that's why I don't even say anything anymore to you, Lyria, because I feel bad. I always like try to wish it to happen, but it hasn't happened.
Does anybody have it so they can link it and see what it looks like?
That's mean.
Every other druid
That's
has
so
it.
mean.
I know.
Torn probably has one, right, Clef?
Anyone else have one?
On the plus side, it probably
Gimp
won't
had
cost very much if it does drop.
It was peanut
Yeah,
butter,
it
me,
won't.
and Gimp had the 3, I think.
Valara has one.
Oh,
there you go. There's another one.
Gimp's retired.
Stewart's
Yeah.
back.
I'll link these in a moment.
I even went on plat rates and never saw it.
I haven't really seen it on flat rate either, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. Last time I saw it, I think Gimp got it.
What are you after? What orb?
The druid only item in Planet of Time, and it's a quickie swarming death dot item. And it hasn't dropped in 20, I would say. I think I'm at 20. I was at like 17 or 18 when I was flat rates, I think. Raids in here.
Okay, so that's
Flute's
what's
starting.
dropped. We got the
Tor's
Armguard's
Druid is
Brute,
dual
the
wield
Coif of Flowing Time, and
See, I thought Tor
Vanier's
was trying to
Dreams
give me
of
a
Despair.
Togekiss, so I was like, am I gonna fall for this one?
Not bad.
Let's go back out to the table. Get VOQ back on if you need it. And
Mod
you know,
Rod's
we
at
mu-
the
we
Mod Rod's
might
at the
as-
table.
Ooh, nice.
Actually, we might as well do an MGP Paragon.
We have
Chan-
a mage.
Chanter spam?
Staff of Shielding is actually pretty good until you're 61 plus.
Almost. She doesn't have quite enough mana. I'll do it in a minute.
The Mesa Focus Flame is not too bad either. You'll get better, definitely, when you hit 65.
What do our paragons
Oh, by the
do
way,
with
I
stuff?
have a better hand weapon for you that I can send to you. Got it on a couple characters while we're doing regular runs in LDON. Might be slightly better than what you got, but it's hand-to-hand item at least.
I can pop one in one eye. You ready?
Yep, go ahead.
Hitting it.
Oh, old One Eye is popping it?
One eye is popping it now.
All right.
Let's get a tank order for Saren, and I believe she does. Is it a poison-based slow? We need to keep it. Need to keep our main tank cured of it.
Cool. Yep.
Where is Vexed?
I think it's like 2 casts of Pure Blood on Druid takes it off. I think it's what, 36 counter or something like that? 38?
Senna's not with the raid anymore. Tokus, have a Shadow Knight do it.
What the hell?
She had to go to bed.
We have Stuart.
Yeah, his is still down though, I'm sure.
Ah, yeah.
It's like
Fall
a 10
can do
minute.
it.
Fall
Yeah, I have one of
Maybe
those.
AM.
You want it? I have like 2 of them. One on my Druid and one on my Beastlord.
We can move over against the east wall. Alright, so Falric, when you're ready, you can run in. Draco will follow you, and we're going to tank it in the northeast corner.
A second. Let me delete a buff.
There he is.
And again, 3 sets of ads during this fight, same as the last one.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
DPS can face east.
Arm shield down.
Board group B.
Most of the ads are up.
Spot at 90%. A bit early, weren't they?
They were like 95.
They've done this before. They know what's coming.
Somebody else in there. Ramp damage.
See anyone on ramp?
She may not do it very often. There we go. You just took some.
Bow, bro.
Get ready for the next wave of that. You're up.
Get that as fast as we can.
Alright, DPS back on Saren. We'll stay on her till she's dead. I'll take the last set of ads.
There we go. This drop's pretty good.
DPS can face a little bit north. Want to push her back a little bit. Ads are up, off tank.
There she goes. Ooh, some good stuff drop. Let's see, we got the Edge of Eternity. We have, I think, Shroud of Provocation. Really nice shroud. A lot of bard stuff on this. And
Make sure we're getting VOQ back on people.
Symbol of the Plains Masters. It's not half bad.
This area and rebuff here. And then we'll get started on the second phase.
It's starting.
Time's become really easy for us, but it's a great gear up place for us too.
Turn a bit off curb.
Hey, Tyrion, on Thursday, did you hear what happened to Aradune?
Could I have a tank order, please?
The server went down for like 20 minutes or so, and everybody who was doing their raids on Thursday got their got locked out from being able to finish their raids. Kind of sucked. We were doing really good too.
Stu, is your DA back up? Ignore my tell. Okay, Stu will be our ramp tank. We're not ready yet, but just for when we are.
No, Stu, we can't hear you.
Edge of Eternity is open to alts.
Shroud of Apocryphication went for 1, and the Symbol of Plainsmasters is going for 25 currently. 27 now. I'm starting the night with 40 DKP stored. Forgot to say that earlier.
Tell me who that's for then, Val. Or if you're in the raid.
Probably his warrior.
Yeah, he said he
Yep.
needs 12.
That's fine.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I went linked dead again, so give me a second. Stupid mic.
Sounds like Mike is causing some problems.
He's always causing problems.
When Stu is back, we'll go ahead and get the plane shift going.
Wow. I'm old one eye now, huh?
Really old one eye.
Really old. Fucking ancient.
Can confirm.
Old one eye ARP seeker.
Uncle Lenny.
Stu gone.
Loading in now.
Good. He'll be back soon.
Had to reload.
This character just logged on.
I'm back.
We
All right,
good to do
Zags.
it?
Yep, let's go ahead and trigger
Okay.
plane shift.
On it.
Need an invite, please.
Grubbers might be AFK.
Plane shift out, coming
Plane
out.
shift is out.
I got you an extended stew.
Thank you.
Beast, we're good to go.
All right, raid can move up to Shaloza. And our tank order is Tokus, backed up by Bodhi. Stu, which group were you in?
Group 1.
Bodhi, can you see if you can invite Stu manually to the raid by inviting through your group?
That worked.
Nice.
All right, so Stu, go ahead and go in, pull him into the corner.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rest of the raid minus Tokus, just wait. Raid, we're going to push him east. This is called.
Get that max range.
Yeah, keep to the left as much as possible here. Keep away from Tokus as far as you can. He's getting hit with an AE, a targeted AE, so closer you are to him, the better chance you are of getting hit by that.
Tosh, you're up next in Purify.
We will just wait in this area because we'll engage the next sec and then do loot together, I guess. In fact, could we get our next MGB Paragon, please?
Bosh, you're up.
Bosh is dead.
Janya, you're up.
Tosh, Purify. Thank you. Janine, you're up on Purify if we need it, but I doubt it.
Alright, so just hang out here a second.
Okay.
Tank order for Valen, please.
That's a
reminder,
good
Valen is
amulet.
one who
That's the
will
one
do
I have.
and
I like
stun,
it.
So we're going to treat that like
Band of
like a
Prismatic
KT.
Forces.
So when we get close to that going off, we want other tanks taunting so they can eat the stun and feign death.
Yeah, very minor boost, except for the +3 heroic dex. And what hammer do we get? Serpent of Vindication. So the Enchanter hammer. Nice.
And we can probably have, do we have, Falric, do you want to ramp tank this?
Sure.
All right, awesome. Again, at 50%, we're going to get 2 splits. We want to pull those away and root them, try not to damage them, and when we kill the real version of Valen, we'll then all run out of the area, and we'll let those 2 clones despawn.
Destroy your old mod rods. New ones coming in 30 seconds. Also, if you want a mod rod, you probably want to come to the east a little bit since we're kind of spread out.
All
Is
right,
that the mage class leader talking?
It is tonight.
I know that our healer mana is a little sporadic, and some have more, some have less, but in general, we look okay for this fight.
Yeah, looks like we're overall pretty good.
Yeah, so count us down, Falric, and make sure you harm shield before you run in, or he might feign death you.
Depending on how it goes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll
The rest of
probably
the raid
take
stay
that
here,
for the dexterity.
and let's wait until he's pulled to the corner. All right, run over raid. Heals to Bodhi.
It's got to be coming soon.
Let's get someone else to taunt it real fast. Stun is out.
Bodhi stunned.
All right, keep it on curb.
Good on DPS.
Stun in 5 seconds. Curb.
Yeah, I'm not getting that poison on him. Do we want to face east on this guy?
I think Skag got it.
All right, keep heals on curb for now.
Yeah.
Stun in 5 seconds.
Fresh DI on curve.
He went out.
I think Sprig got it.
Get ready to kite those ads.
Yeah, do not damage the ads whatsoever. They're up.
5 seconds.
Stu down, trying to root.
Curb token.
One's already.
Heals to Bodhi. Heals to Bodhi.
Trying to root it.
Stun in 5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Bodhi
off
took
Bodhi.
stun.
It's on Skag now. Tokus has it. Trico now. And back to Tok.
5 seconds on stun.
Very
Run away,
nice.
run away.
All right, everybody out.
Very
All the way
nice.
to the east wall.
All right, so this is what we got. Amulet Crystal Dreams. Band of
All
Prismatic
the loots are
Focus.
starting.
Serpent of Vindication. Bow of the Tempest. Hammer of Holy Vengeance. And Temporal Chain Sleeves.
All right, we've got 1 or 2 corpses in the camp.
Ah. Not bad.
think Laria's just cursed because Zayek's finally got this weapon.
Could I have another MGB Paragon, please?
Bosch, you're up.
Who are we doing first in the next phase?
Bird.
Okay.
So many Beast Lords. Jeez. This is the most Beast Lords we've had on for a while. Which is a good thing. We have a Paragon for every situation, practically.
What remains is open to. We're just gonna do apps.
Seriously? The Crystal Dreams one? Surprised no Beast Lords went after the Amulet of Crystal Dreams. It's really good.
I already got it.
Even our Lord and Savior Rex has one.
Dang. That's a lot of them dropped.
And now everything is going to alts.
So when we click up, we're going to have some trash armies to deal with before we can engage our bosses. So actually, why don't we go ahead and click up now, and we'll start pulls in a moment, but not yet.
That was a mistake. It should have been a 2.
It's an aggressive alt bid.
Yeah.
Deleted rebid.
Thank you.
Form up in the northeast corner. That's where I'll pull the trash to.
Do we have to not click up if Shrubbery Lord wants to get into the raid?
It does. I mean, it ended already. The phase ended already.
So does that mean alts that aren't already here can't bid?
That is correct. They won't be able to get
Right,
in.
they're not going to be able to get to the corpse and unlock it.
Ooh.
We can get it if we have some shenanigans.
Does that mean I missed out on my sticky?
Absolutely not.
Zone in now.
Gotta die, have your corpse summoned and rezzed.
So it looks like when I zone in, I'm in planet time, the bottom part.
Yeah, but once you click it,
It'll kick me out.
Mode.
Yeah, go click up and see where it puts you.
Should put you up at phase 5.
We need a cleric to stay out over here to do it.
Sorry, I clicked up.
Tosh is here. Tosh, don't click up yet. Just stay here.
And somebody who can summon corpses?
You can do. You can rewind with the corpse. Was there somebody else too that needed that?
All right, I'm going to start pulling our armies in 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm logging on my range.
Okay, I'm zoning in. See what happens.
Whoa, Charmin has an alt?
Yeah. Shrubbery Lord.
Alright, trash mobs coming in. Everybody look alive.
Yeah, put me in phase 5.
Alright, go out there and die.
Used to be a Need Lord.
How did I not know that?
You're saying I need to die from this stuff, right?
No, just go out there and die outside. Just let me do I'll do the corpse stuff.
Yep, mission complete.
I'll give this corpse a room again.
Okay.
Whereabouts is the guy out there?
Near the right when you go out, there's a mob pack there. Just raid right into it.
Probably the North Army, because we pulled the South one.
It's the Phantasms.
Who's getting the amulet before it rolls?
Oh, I thought Etos did too, so...
I can't quite grab it out there.
I didn't realize I had one. It was for my Beastlord, but she's not in game because I thought I would have been up it.
It would have been for my bard.
So that's fine.
Wow, everybody's liking Beastlords quite a bit.
Etos, you tried to bid 20 and we deleted it. Weren't you going to try to bid 2?
It wasn't open, it was closed.
Yeah, just give it to Geiger for 2.
Can some rogue get a Shizer's corpse out there?
Yeah, the ring and neck was really nice.
Slad, who gets the serpent staff?
Caesar S-A-Z-A-R.
Next army coming in.
Well, this is kind of rare that we get all these Beastlords on.
Let
me take a look at the
army coming
order again.
Appreciate you
I'm a
guys.
regular, Hush is a regular, Isher is a regular, One Eye is a regular, Janya is a
Can you drop
regular,
the corpse, please, over the dragon?
Bosch isn't.
I got a res gun.
No, don't
So
nobody
we
res
usually
up,
have
leave it.
between just me, Isher, and Hush, or One Eye replacing one of these two, usually on the other raids. But when it's a Saturday raid, we have all the
Are you
Beastlords
clicking
coming
on
out
the
of the
one in the
woodwork,
outside room, not the one?
which is
front
good. But normally on our raid nights, we
Did you
have
get an
3 or
invite to
4
the PC real
Beastlords
quick?
on average.
Sounds like you're in open world.
It really depends on
Alright, I can res,
who has
Caesar's
what time
corpse.
available.
Thank you. Stay put though for somebody else, I think. So you can go use the item wherever it is.
It's what the Knights of Knee want.
Knights of Knee.
Lord.
Let me see what's going on with the stuff here.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Was there anybody else that needed to die?
Bard,
and
Cleric,
summon
Druid,
the corpse?
Necromancer, Shaman, Warrior, and Wizard.
Shrubbery.
Okay.
And a Shaman gets
Yeah, we're
immediate
watching.
35 DK bonus for joining.
When you click up, just go
As a
die,
raider.
and then someone get the corpse dust.
And that's what's going on right now with that.
They don't usually do this in plat raids because it takes forever, but for us, yeah, definitely.
Better than letting it rot.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, it's a nice item.
Next army coming in.
Yeah, I died.
I can grab you in a second.
Oh, dead body.
Consent to show those, please.
But it's going to be really nice that when I get my tailoring up, I'm going to try to get it up to max level before the cultural armor release expansion. So that way, when
No, I'll tell you how
cultural
good
armor
it is.
becomes available to make,
Yeah,
I can
since,
actually make the Valshare version of it.
Since, or put the
That's
corpse
going to
right
be
where
so
I am.
nice.
Should I learn on flat rig?
Aren't you just like dragging the corpse through the walls or something?
Right now, how high can I take my tailoring
Who do I need to consent?
without the other
Consent,
skills
focus,
being
and
thrown
song
into it?
locked.
That I need to up it. That I didn't put any points into it. I can go to 300
All it is
right now.
utilizing the features that are in the game.
Yeah, this is not abusing anything.
Nope. It's called ingenuity with the features in the game.
No one's ever been banned for that.
I mean, you're right.
Last army incoming.
Totally lines up with the Villabur.
For those of you wondering what they're talking about corpse summoning a body into a lower phase that we already cleared. We
I guess
have a
everything that's
cleric
ever
down
been done
there
is within the mechanics of the game. Right?
to res the person there, so that way
No,
that they can
because
get
people
to the
use,
body
like, hacky software
and
outside the
get
game.
the item
Oh,
off
fair.
the body, even though they weren't in the raid.
Third-party bullshit.
It's a really good way of ensuring loot that we get doesn't go wasted.
Corpse down there right now.
I got it. All it is when you click up, you have that person that clicked up, you don't move the corpse drag, and you hit do /rewind, which is that guy.
Yeah, we
That's
did that
illegal,
in,
then I just did it twice, oh well.
what's the... We did that in Plane of Air.
That corpse thing in Planet Area.
No, we didn't do it for corpses.
Bird.
It was keys.
Did it for keys.
Yeah,
you have it up.
Yep.
We just have to get up there and not move with the /rewind.
My problem was people would always move up in a giant pack and it would, like, lob us together and it'd, like, shift me off to the side a little bit, and then I couldn't rewind.
All those
Yeah,
ogres.
Yeah, you can't move, you gotta have it clear, yeah. I think we're good. Thanks, Josh.
Yes, thank you guys.
Very well.
Cheerio.
We're so geared now, it's like feeling it. I guess I don't know about the clerics, but
I'm full mana through all these
Yeah.
pulls. I haven't done anything.
Do we have a tank order for Bert? Stu, you good to ramp tank this?
Yep.
Bert is next.
Anytime you need me.
Alright, make sure you have any buffs that you might be missing, because we're going to pull Bert very shortly. And Trico Tokus is our order.
Destroy your mod rods, new ones in 30 seconds.
I gotta say, I appreciate this proactiveness with mod rods.
Almost aggressive, but I like it.
Yeah, it's like, take it.
It's only aggressive if you're not using yours fast enough.
Alright, Stu, go ahead and pull for us. Here we
Okay.
go, raid. We're going to try to do Bert and then CT basically back to back.
Ooh, got hit twice.
I've had a Celestial.
We're going to use wards first. Just follow prompts on those. DPS, we're going to face west.
Word group A, please.
Yes.
And these time encounters did not take healing wards into account. Huh?
Yeah, healing wards made the time incredibly easy.
Somebody heal old one.
I don't think he's like that. He's not in light range like you meant.
Just Trico, please. Trico down. Tokus in. Fulmer, will you be ready to grab CT, I tell you?
Sure.
Yeah, just roll it in and I can tank this for a bit.
Yeah, keep Tokus' defenses still up. How's Cleric been?
I think all healers are 60 plus, except for Illyria, who came back from a death.
All right, let's get CT pulled in then.
Boots of Despair by 2x.
Get away from that corner, everybody.
Somebody open that door.
And
thanks.
Great Blade of
Are those the boots that
Chaos.
never drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got 2 last time also.
Main
We got
tank
more in
up
the last
Tokus.
2 weeks times doing this than never
Can we
before.
pull him now?
Yep,
Yeah,
go ahead
yeah.
and pull him now.
All
Main
right.
tank is Tokus. Who's gonna back you up, Tokus?
Pull him now.
Himself.
Behind myself, sure.
No.
Sorry, I thought that you would say that, so I just jumped on.
Right.
And then even after you joked about it, he still said it.
That's one big one, though.
Ah, damn it.
The door boss strikes again. Haha, the door boss strikes again.
He's too fat.
Yeah, you gotta go over the other opposite
Yeah,
side.
you got to pull him over to the
Yeah, I thought I
south
had him.
drum, and then let him get through the door.
Oh, we're silenced.
There now. You guys want to pretend to push it over?
Stu can probably kick it.
Please don't push right in now.
All right, face west, DPS.
Bodhi, come and get it, please, whenever you want.
Switch tank to Bodhi. Heals to Bodhi.
Bodhi feared.
Back on Toku.
That was a setup, Tokus.
Got him.
That was like not intentional, but awesome.
Kind of are backing yourself up, huh?
I switched to 2-handed
Bodhi
and it went
feared
out
again.
Oh man.
Set it.
Going back in.
So those didn't get feared.
I had Fearless up.
I saw that.
Keep forgetting about this camera angle.
All right, just hang out in this room. Who's next on Paragon?
2 robes.
Double robe. What does
Oh.
it mean?
I am.
What the fuck?
All right, go ahead and hit an MGB Paragon, please.
I think the random number generator's borked up.
It
I'm
means we didn't get
silenced. I
work.
can't heal Cotton.
Here comes MBG right now.
All those loots are bidden.
Staff of Transcendence.
Oh man.
Nice staff. Silk pattern robe
Paragon just went out
and
before I got a res.
silk pattern robe.
Oh, sorry about that.
The stick finally dropped, huh?
Just make sure to click your rod.
Oh, One Eye is your MBG up.
Is Janya's group MGB backup?
Yes, it is.
All right, in group with Janya, I want Janine, Zayax, Tosh, and then if we have 2 others who need mana. So with Janya, Janine, Zayax, Tosh.
Lyria could use some too.
Keely could use some, but she's last priority.
Might as well just throw Keely in and hit the group. All right, Janya, thank you very much.
Great Blade of Chaos open to applicants.
You can move them back now, Copers.
Okay, so we got. Nope.
And you know what? Raid can move over to the west wall to prep for Innie.
Fisher, Hush, Janya,
5 minutes for DA to
Bosch,
get back up.
Oh, One Eye, Soul Talent.
Do
Alright,
we
just
have,
making sure we
that's
got
okay,
everybody.
we can BDA you. Could I have a tank
That's fine.
order, please?
All loots are done.
Alright, so we have Curb backed up by Trico, and Stu's going to ramp, but we'll need a BDA on him when we go to engage. Is there anybody who's not ready? A reminder, we'll have a couple waves of ads. We will need to tank them all the first time. We'll need to kill them down the first time. Second time, we'll off-tank them.
Yep, there's a couple that spawn in the northeast corner of that room. I know that some of the casters, including myself, will probably be over there to outrange the fears, so when they're about to go live, if a tank could go over there, that would be good.
As soon as I get a DA on me, I'll run in.
Yep, if we could have somebody BDA Stu.
Incoming.
Thank you.
Good.
I'm going.
Alright, and Trico can follow.
We get that damage shield off him.
Curb Snickens.
Oh, sorry, Curb.
Use the curb.
Slow down.
Damage shield off.
DPS is going to face west on him. Wait for assist.
Damn, should back on, trying to mark. Mark is on, permanently removed.
Alright, DPS in.
Okay, there we go. So we're gonna kill all the ads that come in, and that should put us on the ads real soon.
Ads are up.
There we go. Beating down the ads.
I think Curb got feared. I'm on it right now. There you go.
One ad left. DPS will stay on any. We'll get one more wave. I think it's around 10%. We'll off tank those until he's dead.
Tokus has him.
Curb is your defensive down. Alright, so just keep heavy heals on Curb. Ads are up. Off tank them, please.
Oop, wrong button. Sorry.
Randy, no.
The new boots.
Follow assist on the ads.
Alright, what we got from him was the Bracer of Timeless Rage, which is really nice. We got the Necklace of Visions. It's not a necklace, jeez. It's like a gorget. And then we got the haste item, Shroud of Survival. Really nice item. That's the best haste item in the game right now. Plus 2 decks on that and everything. It's good Beastlord stuff too. We're getting some really good Beastlord stuff tonight. Along with some Shadow Knight and Paladin. How many more days is it until OOW? 4, I believe.
Top of the table.
So this Wednesday, Thursday?
You pause in here.
My DA's back up, so if you need me to ramp them again, I can.
Yeah, I'm just checking on mana. We'll probably pause and do loot here.
Okay, then starting bidding.
Sylv, what's our... Okay, let's go ahead and have Hush do an NGB. Thanks.
$14. All right. So that leaves us with one more boss left on this floor. And that was Zek, I believe. Zek's always last. He's a fun one. He's not that bad. His ads are always a pain in the butt, though. Sometimes. But it makes for an interesting fight.
So ramp will be Stew.
Mod rods in 20 seconds. Destroy your old ones.
I think focus timed out. Want to redo that?
And Brenna, I can do it if you want.
Let me know if anybody needs a brills.
Yes, Matty, go ahead. Go ahead and take care of it.
Incoming focus then.
Are you gonna cast the Billy Club?
Alright, let's move along the west wall. Can I have a DI on Stew, please? Alright, Stu, when you're ready, you can run in. Rest of the raid stay out of the room until he's got him pulled a bit.
Okay, going as soon as I hit DA.
Trico head in. Alright, rest of the raid in. First set of ads at 95%. Wait for assist.
Face west.
Yes. Assist is called. Ads are up. Next ad's at 75. Ads are up. Next ad's at 50. Ads are up. Next ad's at 25. Watch for AE Rampage.
Remember, be facing to the west wall.
Ads are up.
Thanks, I know. $15 after 9.
That defensive down, Trico, I take it.
Yeah, it's been down for a while.
Alright, finish RZ off. If we get any ads, I'll tank them.
Ooh, ball sack.
Ouch.
We'll form up at the table.
Ooh, I could use that.
Back off my pouch.
Gross.
Don't touch my sack.
Well, they call it the ball sack. It basically summons shurikens of eternity, and it's in a little pouch.
Bidding time.
We should have one more MGB Paragon, correct?
Yeah, if Hush isn't at his.
I'm pretty sure Hush just did his. So let's get Ishtar's. Thank you.
That ring is really nice.
What's the tank order going to be for Quarm?
Let's see here. Oh yeah, I'm not spending that much for that. Nope. I only want it for skill up purposes. Did Hush do his, or did Ishtar?
Ishtar did. So I don't think we have any MGBs left.
Mine's up in 3 minutes for one eye.
Good to know. We'll consider that mid-Quarm fight if needed.
We do have groups.
All right, then who has a group 1 up?
Janya, Bosch, myself.
In group with Bosch, I would like all 4 clerics. Slad, how's your mana?
30%.
All 4 clerics and Slad in with Bosch, please.
You say all 4, as in like throw True into?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was recasting prod of seasons on everyone.
So before the night started, there were 11 people, maybe 12, with too much DKP. You have the rest of tonight and Tuesday to get to 300.
Plus whatever you earn tonight and Tuesday.
Well, that was in who I. That's why I said 11, maybe 12.
Yeah.
What's the magic number?
If you attend everything, 282.
I didn't ask for a text booth crash. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that stunk.
Yeah. No, it was unbearable.
Oy.
We have to save all those
Yeah,
jokes
we're
from
back to that.
Balcots here.
Are
Balcots
y'all
like
trying to get him to rage quit on us?
Maybe.
Yeah, save all the bear jokes for when Balcot's here, please.
We've been trying for months.
See, the funny thing is, if he relays those to his wife, it earns him wife faction.
which is
We're just
valuable.
trying to help him out. We're kind people.
That's right.
I mean, now we should have been able to move it to Tuesday, right?
And then when we run out of bear jokes, we can do mice jokes.
TAC V Tuesday.
What will we
got
do
plenty
then?
of jokes left.
We'll
We've
call it
already
Mouse
been
V
at it
Tuesday.
Tech Vu Tuesday?
So clear comms for a second. Do we have somebody up with an eye on Quarm?
He's in the back right now.
All right, Raid, go ahead and click up. Argus Bodhi is our tank order.
Here goes
I'm not
form.
ready to tank it. Nobody touch it.
It's already
Yeah, you know how that
inbound.
goes.
Yeah, Ever's already pulled it.
I want Cobras to die.
Wow.
Wow.
Pop all works. Should it live?
He's not gonna die. He's just casting.
Got that, that a miss. Is that a slow?
Is any AE damage going out?
I haven't seen any so far.
I'm taking some, but I think I'm healing more. I've got Venom Mist on me.
Slow is very deep enough.
500 a tick.
We'll probably kill him. Paragon's up.
Paragon's incoming now.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That's the best I can get it. The angle that I have.
You did.
I dotted one of these time vortexes. I need somebody to tank it, sorry.
Some nice burn.
Good loots.
All right, let's see what the loots
Starting
are.
bidding.
Okay.
For deaths?
Bracer of Earthen Bracer of Fortitude. Shell of Eternal Focus.
Oops.
Ah, that stone came out. Stone of Flowing Time. Someone's gonna be real happy with that. And we got a Timeless Breastplate Mold. Nice. That's actually pretty good. Not bad, everyone.
Our next target is going to be Indukta, so let's get ports to Natimbi rolling, please.
Is this 54?
Yep. Yes.
So Stone of Flowing Time for 3. Wow.
I can drop Keely.
That's dirt cheap. If he can get it
It's
for
no
that
moderate,
much.
so.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Bracer of
Speaking of which, I'll
Fortitude,
redo those
Earth
right now.
30,
Destroy your old ones
Timeless
if you want new
BP 30, and Shroud
Actually, I
11.
lied. She died and has no mana.
Vials here.
Click your Madra.
Oh, Vial's here. That's much better.
I'll drop True.
I'll drop Keely.
I'll drop Lyria.
That's funny.
What?
Dude, he's literally been talking to you for an hour. Bro.
So no changes on anything. So that's what it's going for. 3 for
It's
the
true.
Stone of Flowing Time.
Kind of out of tonight. I had a
Extremely
rough
cheap
day.
for a really good item. Earth Embracer for 27, Timeless BP for 30, and Shawl of Eternal Forces for 11. So that's not bad loot for tonight on him. We have only had one, I think, Crom Hammer drop since we've been doing time. So it's really rare we ever seen a time hammer drop. Thank you for the bit. Hey, Will Mac, what's up?
Get a punt to Natimbi, and we go through Madrona.
Who keeps shurikens in their ball sack? Sorry, I had the other windows up.
If you get a tracker in Quebec, we could check for some goats, maybe.
Oh man, it's basically that's what they call it in the guild is the ball sack. And so we dubbed it that.
I think Tutas, that's one of the flagging raids, right?
Yes.
You mind if I bring the mage instead of the rogue? I want to get that
See
flag.
here.
You'll have to reassign MA.
You give it to Clef if you
Well,
want.
we just finished time.
If you have a piggy
Now we're
spot gold,
going
I could bring my
to
cleric.
Inuka, I
Not
believe.
fun.
Which way are we going again for this one? Through
Madrona.
Madrona. Thanks. It's always so hard to remember sometimes.
Yeah, I try to make sure to keep it posted in Raid Say so people have a map to get there.
So we're extending our raid to another target. Looks like we're going to be getting more fat loots for the people. And also, this is a zone in which you can get flagged for Quivik. Helps flag you for Quivik. All right.
Thanks, Lyria.
Let's see here. So we're out of our spiritual dominion. Often.
But you can. Oh yeah, nobody's gonna be there yet.
Oh, Wilmac, I got my tailoring up to 115 now. So I got it to where I need it to be for the epic. I might actually take my tailoring up a little further to be able to craft cultural when it comes out. Well, been busy killing a lot of things. Thankfully, one of the guildmates had a bunch
Do they
of
ever release
high quality
fables on there?
cat hides to help me finish up the tailoring. Because he just recently finished doing it.
I think our gate release just missed having classic fabled.
Should have enough here to start clearing, unless you want to hold up for anything, Shaliza.
No, we can start clearing.
Okay.
Usually
Work our
some
way
of
to
it's
the
only
top.
one group. I found out that one of the group fights that I need to do is currently
Remember, just
live
keep
to
an eye on
pick
the
up
maps,
the
make sure
item.
you're
So I'm going to be
taking the
doing that
correct path.
tomorrow. Going into Plane of Disease to pick up the grass that I need from there.
Which means we usually take the upper part of the hashtag, if that makes any sense. The northern sections. Wrong way, Stu. Some people might need to go back.
So before even OOW gets out, I'll have almost all of the
yeah, everyone likes to pull this
first
room.
4 steps done.
Dude, we're going down this hallway.
I assume Ferda played this song, so good job, Ferda. Or no, Ferda's not even here.
Oh, that was spray.
I think the raid split up still.
You still need to do
When I ran to you guys,
1.0
there was so many
for your
behind me
Beastlord
fights.
right now, which you can do at 60
Now with the
plus.
healing people are out of range.
We've only got one on target, so
It's not that hard. It's the only hard part about it is waiting for the mobs to spawn for certain areas.
Somebody getting them, or do I need to
They
bring
can
a
be
torch?
anywhere from 8 to 72 hour spawn timer after they were up. So it might take you a little bit of time to get it by just going back and checking the area where the mob would spawn at.
Let's go left here.
They're the scout spawns. And the whole scout spawns can be done with 2 characters primarily. So a healer and a Beastlord is fine.
Yeah, mouse looking here will spin you around. You gotta use your
Basically, you
fingers
give an
around.
item to a scout. The scout goes, okay, go kill this spirit. You bring back the item the spirit dropped, give it to the scout, and the scout gives you the wrapped item, which is for the continuation of the quest. Just look up Beastlord Epic 1.0. You have to do them from 1.0, 1.5, 2.0, and 2.5.
We didn't make a new one yet, did you?
somebody is, yeah.
It's the 2, right?
I only see one assist.
No, but it's assist number 2.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's assist number
Sorry, I forgot. So you've already got the
Talk about
1.0, then
comments,
yeah,
you
you can
said
start the 1.5 pretty easily. What you can get for the
Assist main is the way to go.
1.5 is Plane of Nightmare, off the werewolves. An essence
This is the
there.
true image,
You
mirror
can
image
get
stuff, right?
the grass from Rewall. You can get the grass from Plane of Disease. And what else? I had to look at the list. Yeah, I remember now. Sorry. me pull it up real quick. I'll tell you what you can actually get right now.
We have a tank order for Jack of the Scourge.
Okay. You can get the petrified Fang shrub from Rewa Coliseum. It's in the water. And there's I've got a map for that here for you. And you can get the roaring grass out of Plain of Disease, but you'll need a group to get past the door and the spider to get it. You can't get the leather swatches yet, or the wild spirit tear from the ailing walrus, because I'm not sure if it's up yet still. Supposedly it's supposed to be up, but I'm not exactly 100% sure. You'll need to get your tailoring to 100 before you can do some of the other the step 3, because that's where you'll combine everything you got on the gathering to make the Feral Lord helmet, or sorry, plain Animist helm. Into the Feral helm. Yeah, there we go. Here, I'll give you the link. Then you can do the Disturbed Beast Essence, which is step 10, which is plain a nightmare, off the Ravenous Night Stalker. Those are the things you can get for 1.5 right now. Confirmed.
Alright,
there you go.
coming to Jacka.
There you go. That's the link. You can check it out. It's a lot of steps to do.
I called you buddy.
I wouldn't even worry about assist for this guy.
Go ahead and assist.
It's about a 25-step process. A lot of camping and a lot of hunting. Some of it you can get, most of it you can get without a rate, without a 1 to 2 man group, and then a small portion of it you need to have a 2 to 3 man group or a raid.
Awesome. It's because I hit him with arm touch on cool.
Oh, or my bracer. Nice.
Turn undead proc.
I'll know more about it once I get through the quest steps when OOW comes out, but first it's going to be leveling, followed by
Bracer's bidding.
the seals, and getting through the trials.
I've done this guy here, I've never thought about turn undead him.
Really need to be able to see here. So we're out of time. We're in another raid instance, Ikana, and we're pretty much getting whoever has been flagged, as well as just doing this for loot for people who need it.
west.
Ooh. Oh, good thing I switched that over. Did not need that. Yeah, I know. The graphics on the Beastlord totem look sweet.
If you hug this corner, you won't aggro that mob.
Plus, the clicky's also really nice on that.
We're going to clear
It's
out
one of the
our
best
front
clickies the
and set up
Beastlord
in
can
the
get
south
for their
high.
pet. $128 AAs. Slowly getting there. Man, I'm getting tired tonight.
Don't go too far east because we don't want to fall down that pit.
Yep, which is really, really stellar. That makes your water, I've seen it in action, it makes your water into a super tank, basically,
This will go into the south
for
high
a short time.
and add.
Meaning it's almost as good as a player. The Epic 2.0 does require me to level up more trade skills in order to be able to craft some of the items. I believe it's smithing,
Right, so this
cooking,
fight, I will
tailoring.
attempt to live through for the first time ever on this server.
Prove it.
So what'll happen in a minute is when we trigger the event, we're going to get Keladrix to spawn on the altar platform on the west side of the zone. Once she is aggroed, she will go inactive, and we will get a couple of rooted mobs that spawn around the room. They do a lot of AE damage, so ranged DPS is wonderful on this. Once all of the ads are dead, she will become active and kill her. A few further mechanics: the ads that spawn while they are
Yeah,
rooted
that you
will
can get
teleport
in
out of the
LDON
room,
as
and
+1.
Keladrix will banish her target, the tank,
And that can go
to
on
the
any
east side of the room. So we're
General
going to need to have
7
tank switches
slot,
ready, and we're going to
which
need
means
to have
non-raid
those
gear.
tanks called back to the raid. If you get punted by her, don't move, just stay where you are.
There
So
are
we're
other
gonna
ones that are
from the pit.
non-raid related that you can get.
buffs are
that
your
won't be
friend on this,
for, I think,
and
another
I
expansion.
believe the
Maybe an
wards
OOW.
generally get set
It's
somewhere
probably
in the middle of
OOW
the
that
room.
it'll require 2 groups at least, minimal, to take
Yeah,
them
we're gonna
down,
spread out
but
wards, but I'm
it
approximately 80
does
kills
drop a
really
beast
early,
item,
so it'll
if
help
I
with
think it's
spread
the one it
directly.
is, on the bone fields. Blood fields. Sorry, the blood field. It's a dragon-looking creature, Snark or something. You start fighting him, he gets all upset and starts running, and he runs you through mobs, and you gotta keep chasing him and beating him down until he dies. And you have extra mobs, like, jumping you, and you have to kill those mobs fast.
You do, Bodhi.
It's a plus, I think, 2 or 3 ring to pet level. It's a ritual, I believe, of summoning. So it's plus 3.
Alright, Hush, why don't you go ahead, work your magic.
It's a level
I think
70
I think the reason I died
character
last time is I was the one who
that you
ran
had
up
to
and
fight.
aggroed her, so somebody else can do it this time. She might smack you a few times before she goes inactive.
Could we DA it?
Sure, go ahead, give it a try.
All you gotta do is stand next to it.
You just gotta whack it a time or two in that response.
Ads are up, ads are up.
Wow, I just got like one shot.
Okay, thank you, Janya.
Lyria wood, please.
Where are we going?
One of these does have a disease counters.
I'm giving people res boxes. Don't take the res just yet. Wait till the AEs are over.
Alright, we can engage her on her throne. Bodhi is our main tank.
COH, please.
Curb.
Should be good to take that res.
It's a field of blood. It's not a camp. It's actually a world spawn. He spawns every 3 days. He's level 70. He's a Synarch, and you fight him. At a certain point, he runs and becomes invincible. He'll run you into mobs along the top of the wall that you're fighting him on. You kill those mobs as quickly as can, engage them again, and you rinse and repeat about 3 or 4 times. And then you kill him. I remember doing it because Tyrion walked me through it, and a couple other people did it as well. All I had to do was find the mob and wait for it to... yeah, that's it for the +2 ring, yep. And maybe a +3 or a +2. But still, +2 is really good. And it has really good stats on it, too. I'm hoping it's OOW that I think it's released in.
Calling curb.
Yeah, they've got some aggro.
Spray's gonna die again, probably.
Starting to bid.
It's a pretty nice ratio.
Can you get him quick buy?
Okay, let's take a look at what we got. Shimmering Jade Axe of Vengeance. Ooh, that's a nice... That is definitely a nice Berserker one. Base damage, bonus damage. Wow, it's a 69 damage weapon right off the bat before any... No, 70 with the disease damage bonus at 22 delay. Insane. And it also has guard on it.
Everybody's rezzed up.
Okay. Then we have for a finger item.
It's an endurance regen ring. that
Loop of
Moon
Endless
Warriors can't
Insanity.
use.
Nice.
This is a ridiculously good run on him.
It's an endurance lowering ring.
Washes out.
Alright, in a moment, let's have the raid start to move east to the pit. Every time we've done this, we've gotten aggro, so let's just keep some tanks in front of us. We're going to set up in the pit east.
Now read it again, Jenna.
It increases your hit point regeneration by 20 while lowering your mana regen by 0 and endurance regen by 4. It lowers your endurance regen by 4.
Corridor, thank you for the follow. That is awesome of you.
Okay, I read it wrong. All right.
I hate your
It's 'cause
MBG
it's too
Quorum.
small
All right.
text.
Reading glasses on, old man.
How's healer mana?
100% here.
I can't put my glasses on. My wife gets excited.
Sorry, that's the updated order.
No.
Keep that nonsense to yourself.
We'll have another MBG in 13 minutes.
Alright, we won't need it really anytime soon, I don't think. We're going to clear this room, trigger those golems with the door, and kind of finish this out. And then we'll move into our favorite emote event.
The Butters event. There we go. Sometimes my pet doesn't come down, so I do that. I'll check to see if that ring is in OOW later. So this next event that we're going to be doing is we have to have 4 people go to 4 different NPCs throughout this area, and I'll show you here in a minute. In this section, we're down to where? This section here. And what happens is we're going to be right here in this section mainly to avoid all the trap starts through this area. We'll have people in this section with the 4 NPCs so that way that they can give a line of text to those NPCs. That'll deactivate the wardings on the door here for us to get through. Sorry, the door's here to get through. And then we proceed on to the next areas. It's pretty simple. But the big problem is that Phoenix Claw Talisman. The big thing here is getting those people to say that, so this way we avoid a lot of the traps and trash. There are certain traps that will immobilize us completely and utterly to where we can't even move. And then the mobs come in and just kill us one at a time.
Got the left one.
As we're going to move east into the hallway, just have to move far enough to
Well, I'm gonna let them go first because they're gonna trigger a trap somehow.
This is the Exile event.
There it goes.
We're going to have 3 rogues plus Shaloza doing the hails.
Yep, there's a trap. Nailed him. Yeah, I've seen him trigger the trap repeatedly over and over and over again so many times. It's like,
there's your LP.
no, thank
Pulled up
you.
before, so you probably have it.
Another ad in the back.
Everyone into this hallway, bring the ad with you.
Is that thing legitimately charmed?
By the man.
Okay, so we've got the event ready. So, let's see.
Incoming mod rods, destroy your old ones.
Sneakers northeast, Coleman northwest, Clef southeast, Shaloza southwest. And so a reminder, what we figured we need to do for this one is we need to hail and then give our say message. But not yet.
We need a drop in viz too, right?
Yes. And
But
sneak
sneakers
too.
is in southeast.
Sneakers, I need you northeast. And do we have Coleman set up in northwest? Coleman's rooted. Okay. Do you think a bard can make it safely?
The northwest one?
You're coming in with
No,
bodies?
that is off of raid. Let me figure out where that raid is from, though. I think it's from not time. Double check where that is from.
We'll just wait a minute. It looks like Curb's almost unrooted.
No, it was some. Let me see where it's at. Archmage Yozin and Doomfire Burning Lands. So it is a fire raid
Sneakers died.
item,
Mine Sky.
and the fabled Archmage Yozani. So basically, we'd have to have a raid group to fight him, and
Which
he
one
is
for
the one
sneakers?
that does the mass mana drain. So you'd have to have a lot of DPS for him. That's a raid target. Knew it sounded very familiar.
Do have somebody who can make it to northeast, or at least go drag his corpse back to the raid?
I could probably monk it.
I could go with Clef if you want.
Nah, Clef, stay where you're at.
Who said they could monk it?
Tor?
You want a BDA and just run it?
Let's not train the raid, though. There's a lot on. Okay.
So what we're trying to do right now is get the people in position for the different areas in which we have to have them talk to the NPCs. We don't have 4 rogues, so we have to use some monks. So the problem is that there are traps. These traps can do anything from diseases, poisons, to rooting someone in position forever, and or charm. If they fail the timing on the 4 NPCs at the same time,
Don't
it will
kill that, it's a charm.
It will charm
Alright, I'm there.
the
All right.
people
do you
there,
have your hotkey
and then we
set?
have to get someone else over there to do it. It's a really pain in the butt
Awaken me from the nightmare?
problem.
Yeah, awaken me from this nightmare, what I posted in raid chat.
Yeah, I have it set.
Okay, so again, on my call, we'll stand up, uninvis, whatever, hail, and then click our hotkey. So, Tor, you're ready?
Ready.
Coleman, are you ready? Clef, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, going in 3, 2, 1, go.
If it goes right, we should
Wonderful.
get... Yep, there we go.
All right, so raid, move together as a group. You're likely to still encounter traps.
Yeah, I'm gonna let people go ahead
Yeah,
first.
I got a stone mite down here too.
I've got a lot of them in the northeast.
Then leave them there for right now. We can always call you.
I also have Sneaker's corpse
Where's Sneaker's corpse?
in the northeast.
A lot of stuff on Xtar. Please make sure you're picking them up or mezzing them.
Pull it down to the...
Gonna need 3 tanks for the next phase.
Now that I've dropped those, I'm going to try to make it back to the stairs.
Alright, Curb, Tokus, and Trico are all gonna tank. When we move east, we're gonna get 3 golems. They're gonna hit pretty hard. The sooner we get out of this hallway into that hallway, the less ads we get. So let's clear out Xtar.
I'm with the group. I have Sneaker's corpse.
Ooh, that's the other one that I
tanks,
wanted.
lead the way east into the next room.
That's the next one I'm going to be getting. Gonna bump up my agility like crazy, but it's the venom.
Great job.
What about Claus's corpse?
Where's Claw's corpse?
That's the one I've been looking for.
He's west of us.
If I could get a rogue finding him.
The fact that the sad... Oh, shoot.
Alright, tanks, pick up those mobs.
I almost walked right into him.
He's in my group. I can go get him.
The rogue that just passed me's got a stun line.
We need a MA on these golems, please.
Nile
Get it.
space.
All right,
Gotta-
clear the X-Star.
Claus is here.
Are we gonna kill the curse breaker to get the extra BP?
We will, yep. But so let's just get rezzed up, let's get buffed up. If anybody needs anything, now is the time to do it. What we'll do is we will pull the next round of 4 bosses of 4 golems, and then after that we're gonna have our geez, it was so easy last time. We're just gonna have our rogues go stand down at the bottom, and when the curse bearer comes in to kill
That I will
the
be getting.
NPC, we're just gonna burn him.
That's the last earring I've been looking for in this expansion. Mainly because of the second ability. The dodge I don't care about. It's the this.
Starting a bidding on the earring.
Alright, we have 4 tanks ready for our 4 golems.
It's gonna wipe me on a lot of my DKP, but it's one of the last upgrade items I need.
Alright, Curb, Tokus, Trico, and Bodhi are all going to need heals. Let's go ahead, Win, why don't you bring us our next 4?
You got that out.
Wynn's pulling, it should be one at a time.
Takes too long. Alright, look alive.
This is gonna hurt.
When's it gonna start hurting?
Oh, I hit Furious because that 4 attacked me.
Wow. It's an earring, right?
Is that one of those free augments?
See?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, rogues, I want you to sneak down and go stand next to Jamaica. And your job is going to be to kill the
All
curse
right.
bearer when he comes in.
I'm gonna go ahead and put that on.
Next 4 monoliths are coming in. Look alive.
Somebody grab it first.
You can assist Shaloza.
He like death touched me.
Yep.
Did we kill him?
See his corpse on target. I don't.
Curse bear.
Coleman got him.
Clef's way down in the pit.
Ruh-roh, someone pulled the clay monolith out.
Yeah, sorry, that was Shaloza.
Tanks get on.
Figure it out.
All right, well at least we saved him.
And we're not just supposed to kill everything?
For this next part, we're gonna all want to make sure we have a run speed buff.
Yeah, that wiped me out completely on my DKP. So I have no DKP now. Yeah, it's a great shaman earring, but the shamans already had it.
Alright,
I
we can go
waited the
south
entire
and west
expansion
and set up in
for all our
Twin
shamans to get it
Pond.
first. And this is the first time that none of the shamans were bidding on it. Only Beastlords.
Do any rebuffs we need to
So
there.
it was a good time for me to get it. Fortunately,
This is
another
gonna be our
Beastlord
curse
really
color.
wanted it too, and
We're gonna have
we
6 named
bidded
curse
each other up
colors around
quite a
the
bit.
room.
And
We will tank them with
I still
battles
wanted it more
because
than he did,
they
and
have the tendency of
I took
rooting
the 40
and snaring
DKP
your
hit
targets.
out of the 40
And we wanna
DKP
keep
I
them
had.
around because we're gonna have curse bearers
The dodge
in
I'm
the
not
west room and the south
caring
room,
about too much.
targeting a player
It's
and chasing
this.
them until they DT them.
I have way too much of this, but also this to give me a better
We'll get
stat
into
output.
those in your event window. When one is targeting you, my suggestion is always immediately back off any damage you're doing, cycle your target until you find the one that's on you, and keep an eye on it. They start off running really slowly, but as time passes, they get faster and faster, so you just always want to be mindful of where it's located.
Yeah, it is, but I'm just finishing up getting up to the gear point of having only my lowest gear pieces being time and the highest gear pieces being GoD. So I'm really well equipped for Beastlord right now. It's kind of funny. I'm just breaking my attack, um, cap, well past my attack cap, well past my
I guess that's me.
agility, heroic agility cap.
Okay. Nope, there's a pet there.
Yeah, again, you want to let the pets tank this as much as possible, because if you get aggro, they will root or snare you.
Okay, looks like I don't have to. I guess I'll be back up.
We'll start in the northeast and we'll work our way clockwise.
I mean, look at the heroic agility I'm sitting with. I'm a silly little off tank Beastlord. I find it more challenging with the crappier
So you
gear.
said starting north.
Honestly,
northeast.
It's nice.
North.
I like seeing the spectrum of the high gear stuff. It's really nice, but I also like the challenge of the less geared characters that we've been leveling up and playing quite a bit more. It's challenging and
Alright,
fun.
Mosh, why don't you go ahead and trigger the event for us? It'll take a minute because this dude loves to talk.
we go. But I'm also very appreciative with the guild I'm with. I really like running with these guys. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, this guy's in his little talk phase.
Go live.
Alright, so they're about ready to go live. So on this one, I just basically have my pet attack for a bit, throw a slow on that thing, and then go away.
It's alive.
Till.
Again, start northeast and we'll move clockwise.
There you go.
Curse Bear on sneakers. Geiga. Sneakers. Pull one eye. Zobek. Jemmy. Next.
Run right in.
Keeley. I'm not going to be able to keep calling them out, so watch your emotes.
I'm gonna try keep calm.
Supposing my Gina should be able to tell me if I'm getting attacked.
Go over. Try go.
Gotcha. Awesome.
Alright, got it.
Keely.
Nile.
Till.
Giga.
So a lot of people die, just be mindful. Get res as going as you can.
I'm dead. My pet was tanking.
Janya.
Oh, that one came right on top.
Janya's down.
Shot.
I'm gonna die. I got snared.
Sneakers. Win. Focus.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I
Go
died.
ahead and burn a small disc if you need to, like a 5-minute kick.
Till.
Hit toss.
God damn it. He doesn't gotta get out.
Anybody can cure me quick or I die.
One's on Zax. Winledar.
Somebody has a pet to get on Curse Scholar.
Tosh.
Till.
Crindy.
Let's get some reses on those clerics.
Jemmy.
Jimmy again.
Zax.
There's two on me.
Haderas.
Pet's still rooted.
Last one.
Till. Till.
Another 3 minutes staying.
Vex.
Curb, you're unrooted. You can move.
fast.
Damn, Jenna, you keep moving bodies all over the place.
GoD unrooted.
I didn't. The one didn't drop.
Yeah, I just.
Okay, form up on the north side of the pool. Let's do reses and rebuffs.
Wow, it takes 2 of these casts just to remove one of those curses. Finally, the pet's unleashed.
I'll do mod rods once reses are done.
It's a lot. All right. This is another good item.
Ishtar, you're unrooted.
Group spells and the Pike Blade Ripper of the Archthief.
That relic note,
Really?
that's group healing. That's a nice bonus to group healing.
That's nice too.
Incoming rods.
Rune 3 on that sucker. Can't complain.
The loots are starting.
Here's the Paragon list. I gotta update it real quick.
I'm gonna do virtue mass group buffing.
Torin's corpse is in camp.
Here's your Paragon order. That's up. We got also Hush on that as well.
To answer Winladar's question, if you can run out the door to the east, because I'm sure it's across other people's minds. If you run too far out that door with a curse bearer chasing you, they get max so speed like super fast, and they just chase you down. So it's worse to run out the door.
Why don't you go ahead and hit 1 MGB Paragon?
Janya, you're up.
Thank you.
We get channel spam, please.
So the next event is the final one in this zone, and it is the mirror image event. So what'll happen is when we run in on our west side, there will be 2 Nakafiels, and we're going to need to keep them both tanked. At some point while we're doing damage, they will change forms. One will turn into the mirror image, and one will turn into the true image. We want 0 DPS on the mirror image, and that includes damage shields, so keep your damage shields off. After a few seconds, after they change forms, they'll stay that way for a few seconds. They will then reset to where they originally spawn, and we'll keep doing that until we have killed them. In the meantime, from the east side of the room, we're going to get the same DT curse callers that we got from this last event. So we're going to have some ranged DPS, casters, rangers, whomever, blowing them up when they enter the room, so that way nobody eats a DT. Wards we typically set up in the middle of the 2 east pillars, but correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
Correct.
So I will need 2 sets of tanks for this event.
is the pile of bones that was dead when it got looted?
You guys turn on the pool over here.
Now, the reason why we have pets on those 6 NPCs we just killed, for one big reason. Those NPCs cast Root, Dot, Snare, and a whole bunch of debuffs. The pets are able to survive those debuffs because the NPCs hit relatively really weak. The real threat of this event is a twofold event. It's a timed event, which it eventually wipe the whole raid because you get more and more of these NPC missiles spawning. And these NPCs will target one person at a time, and they'll start off real slowly and chase the person, and then once they catch up to the person, they do a massive nuke and kills themselves and the target that they're after. And the more time you take in this event, the more these things spawn, the more the people will start running. If you don't clear this event fast enough, you might have your whole raid wiped, even with re-reses of people. So you have to have Spirit of Wolf on everybody, and you have to be able to know if you're a target or not and kill the stuff fast. Now, before we engaged in this encounter, we were dealing with those golems. We had a small group go up ahead of stealthers to kill a particular NPC, the Curse Breaker, that kills a particular mob that's before this event. If you save that mob from death, you get an extra BP reward at the end of the raid. So when we kill this last boss, we're getting an extra piece of loot, which is a BP, which is really nice. We just learned this a little while ago, and so we've been coming here specifically for the BPs that we're getting off the mobs here, and that's the Mermite chest piece. Basically, this level of gear.
All right, let's go right inside the
It's a step up from.
Please remember to watch the name of the mob and to stop attacking right away if it says mirror
Of
image.
what is it?
And no dots, right?
Elemental loot. So it's basically 0.5 elemental.
Cool.
1.5 elemental versus elemental 1.0. Here we go. Which one are we going to be on? All right.
Tell.
Okay, I have my attack key and my pet back key.
DPS, stay on.
Tell.
Still a true image. Nice.
All words should be down.
Tell.
DPS off, switch.
Tell.
Now, what happens if you attack the mirror image? Well, we get blasted with a raid-wide AoE. It's not very fun.
Tell.
DPS, stay on.
Tell.
DPS, stay on.
Tell. Tell. Tell.
DPS off, switch.
Tell. Tell.
DPS off.
Tell.
I have to be very focused on the name change of the template that I'm attacking. That's why I'm watching it very closely.
Tell.
DPS off.
Tell.
Yeah, someone did some damage to it. And again. All right, there we go. We've done it.
Nice job.
All right, let's see what the loot.
Sentinel if you need your quest piece.
So, we got a room. Very nice. We got...
Let me look up the shard 1 second.
Wow, that's insane. It's a nice ranged item. That's the upgrade from the Plane of Time.
Oh my god, that's my first system-wide message ever.
Congrats.
That would be awesome to get. Good
Somebody
replacement.
didn't wait for the assist call.
And Ring of Madness.
Okay, so
Now that's a good one to have.
looks like Brenna and Senna are both at 88% for the shards.
Senna had to go to bed.
And then the third one will be bid by
Senna's not
Balbo,
here.
Balbo, Bodhi, Charmin, and Tokus.
Yes, Senna's not here.
Okay.
Brenna, she had to go to
And then we
bed.
got the BP
So those
for
four can bid the other two.
saving the NPC.
Okay, it's all starting.
Alright, let's see here. That Ephany is a really good upgrade to this. I mean, it's the exact same thing, but with better stats. I mean, Stone of Flowing Time versus Ephany. It is minor. It's very minor, but it's still pretty good. It's the heroics on that thing that I would love to get my hands on. That's pretty sweet.
We still have a lockout on Crag Beast.
Oh wow! So the LDON poison increase focus is not going to be on for another two expansions.
What are we doing next?
Nothing.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So is that effigy of Caladrix specifically for Tash? Is that what that description means?
Tash and Mallow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tash
Okay,
and
Tash.
Mallow.
Okay.
It's funny.
I mean, stats wise, it's a decent upgrade. So it's like a fuck
Stats
bid on
are
it.
really good.
But if Jenna's gonna bid on it, I guess he can have it.
30-minute Tash is incoming.
Right.
Let's raise
Oh,
Well,
Wilmac and Tyrion,
for
if you're
Jenna.
still in the channel,
Last time
in
was
chat,
hidden, right?
under
Yeah, hold on.
the store in potions, they're giving away a
Yeah.
complimentary
I'll write
battle
that
of
down.
adventure. You might want to see
Sprig's
if you
got a
have
good
that
point, 'cause
available to you.
technically the Druid Charm reduces magic resist. Maybe it increases that duration too.
All right, let's see
What
here.
about like Mallow?
So the effigy went for 2.
Yeah,
The
they
Jeweled
said
Stud of
Mallow.
Madness went for 60.
Oh, sorry.
What
The
about a
Mermite
Mez
chest
that has
armor for
a
41,
bonus to the net?
and the Shard of Dark
Mallow
Matter
already
for
lasts
1.
14 minutes. It's like, why?
Are we doing any more runs tonight?
Only if you had Taco Bell.
Ah, the border run. Delicious.
Run to the bathroom.
And pray to the porcelain gods.
Alright, it was fun, guys. Ladies. All that,
Yeah.
all the above.
Indeed, great job.
Yep.
There's still people here to port, sir.
Gentlemen,
Yeah, I already-
ladies, bears.
Yeah, bears, exactly. I took the punt.
It's fucked up.
I know. I'm sorry.
Remember to deactivate your tribute if that's your thing.
My thing is leaving it on and then being AFK for like 6 hours.
Not to spend
That's a
200
fun
flat.
thing.
Interesting
Bold strategy.
I just crashed the server so I don't have to turn it off.
Are we doing Tech V on Tuesday?
We are.
Gating.
It will be TAC V Tuesday.
And then we're doing Omens of War Wednesday.
Yep. Thursday and Saturday raids are going to be MGB trials, so make sure you're here.
Okay. Well, anything going on Wednesday?
Level.
Are they really calling for a 24-hour patch on Wednesday?
Are they really?
That's fucked up, dog. Why you gonna troll like that?
What did you just say? What did you just say to me?
Gating.
Well, they don't usually release the new expansion till late afternoon or evening anyway.
Even then, the idea of doing a patch when a server's expecting an update like that is kind of
Patch is the week after. You can just do /calendar. Patch is the week after monthly game patch.
Yeah, they're dropping the 64-bit version in on Wednesday.
Wait, this Wednesday?
No, I'm kidding.
God damn it, guys, stop messing with me. I'm like, do I need to move my days off? I don't have Wednesday off just for that
Oh
purpose,
man, they're
'cause they always
trolling.
mess it up.
They're instituting a ban on all cookie-based play.
So they're trying to bribe the GMs.
Gating.
This is Sylv. Can I get a port to bind, please?
Yeah, there are no wizards left in here.
Do you need a gate potion?
Nah, I got one. I'll just use
300
Origin.
flat gate potion. Selling.
I'm using Origin.
I'll use my halfling bed and go click on the portal. It's the greatest fucking port ever. Once a day.
It's a great run, everyone. Thanks for the great night.
It's so close to the POK portal.
By the way, this Sunday, I'll be looking for a group to go into Plane of Disease to go after a item behind the spider that's on the ground for my Epic 1.5. So if I can get some help with some people, that would be awesome. 1 or 2 groups needed.
You just need one.
Need one?
It's not bad. Nah, we had Senna tank it and Ariana healed it on a chamois.
All right, cool. Yeah, that'll be.
I'll play the warrior.
Did we verify if the walrus is up yet,
Or
If
the
the walrus
is
spider.
not up. Walrus is not up, and neither is the wolf and Emmy.
Okay, what about the step 13? The
Not up.
not up. All right.
Yeah, I personally went there today and looked around.
Yeah, the PHs would
Pretty
be
much.
right there in the 4 spots.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Nothing there. All right.
Yeah, right now you can get the 2 pieces of grass, you can get the Plane of Nightmare piece, and
The clay, fierce clay something for 2.0.
well, that's 2.0, but yeah.
And you can do your trade skills.
Trade skills. I got like 100 high quality cat pelts and put up on my trader for 100 plat piece.
Well, I just finished up.
Sweet.
I just finished up my tailoring, which is nice. I'm at 115 right now, so I can go to Woo's directly later. I plan on going cultural with the kitty here.
You only have to get to 100 for the epic, though.
Yeah. I'm just doing the bare minimum for the epic right now, and that's it. Then I'm gonna focus on the other stuff as fast as I can.
There you go.
It's gonna be really hard getting into a POG group or something for XP.
Just start one.
If you're talking about Wednesday, I'd honestly just start farming Singets and just level off of that. Just head over to Dranix or whatever it is and just start going from there.
You can't do the signets until 69, can you?
Yes, you can. No, you can't get the quest until 69, but you can farm the Singets, all of them except for the last one, which is in Riftseeker Sanctum, because that one's level blocked.
I did not know that.
You can farm the Signets, you just can't do the quest, but you can have the items.
Okay, got it. There's a lot of things I got to learn for OOW. Field of Blood, the Sanarch NPC that's on the wall that drops the pet boost item. Is that in OOW, I believe?
I don't know.
The Electrum Band ring, something like that.
Isn't that off a raid mob, though? I think you have to kill one of the epic mobs or something for it.
It's a named mob sitting on the wall. He basically, you fight him for a bit, and then he runs off invulnerable. More mobs block your way. You get to him again. Rinse, repeat about 3 or 4 times.
Oh, nice.
Alright. I gotta get some food in me. I want to thank everybody for watching us play some Everquest this evening. It's been a lot of fun entertaining you as Sylph Talon, and it was a lot of fun running with the Filthy Casuals in this raid this evening. You saw that we took down 2 different raid zones, did a really great job, got some really great loot. The reason why we're focusing on the loots right now, heavily as we are, is to get everyone as geared up as much as possible, especially into time gear and higher. So this way, when we start off in OOW, we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to start trials on Thursday and Saturday, and we're going to level in between where we can and work on our signets as fast as possible. So the whole goal is to get the entire guild set and going in Anguish within less than 3 weeks. So it's quite a lofty goal, and we're looking forward to achieving it. Well, that being said, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please do hit that follow button. Thank you so much, Corridor, for the follow this evening. That was really awesome of you. Will Mac, thank you for the 1 cheer bit. That was awesome of you. And then Wizard of Designs, thank you for the follow from 2 days ago. I wanted to touch up on the last follows that were through. And with that, have a good night, be safe, and be well, everyone. Sylph Talon out.